Haggis?
Yes?
What am I doing here?
Well, Captain Threepwood, if you e'er be hoping to defeat this scalawag Rottingham ship to ship, we'll be needing some bigger cannon. So, lad, I say we tackle some of the wee pirates that prowl these waters. We'll seize their treasure and use it to buy new weaponry back at Puerto Pollo.
Never mind.
Aye.
You're a pirate, says ye. You'll have to prove it, says I.
Give me your treasure and I'll let you live.
No! I'll take your booty.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. I'll skewer you like a sow at a buffet.
The Caribbean is in such a state of disarray.
I've never seen such clumsy swordplay.
Plan for your future with an IRA.
Open your hole so I may take your treasure.
Treasure? You wanted treasure? I'm sorry, I'm fresh out. I guess I need more practice sword fighting stuff. Hey, at least I showed him in the high seas combat part.
A pox on you for pardon me.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'll hound you night.
What this island needs is...
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With your breath, I'm sure they all...
Give me your treasure, you sea skunk.
Treasure? You wanted...
Who are ya?
I'm Guybrush...
Don't make me...
You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé? When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
I look that...
Every enemy...
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. I'll skewer you like a sow at a buffet.
Oh, yeah?
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
Oh, yeah? You win!
Give me your treasure. You filthy unwashed thing, you.
Take it. It was cluttering up me hold anyway.
We're loaded with booty. Well, well, well. I guess you've learned an important lesson about cheating.
I sure have, mister. Golly, I'll never cheat on anyone ever again. Honest, I've got a new business now, and gosh, it's swell.
What is it?
I'm running guns.
Tell me you're lying.
I never lie anymore, mister. You've shown me the light. Can I interest you in some shrapnelizing ammunition designed to bring exquisite pain and unreasonable suffering to all your enemies?
I'm a fearsome pirate.
Yeah, well, you may be a pirate, but you aren't a fearsome pirate unless your ship is equipped with the latest in offensive weaponry from Bob's Big Bore Boomer brand Cannon Incorporated. However, I see that you are a pirate ready to take that first step towards becoming the ultimate fearsome pirate. Today, customer name here, what's your name again?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Today, Mr. Cheap Hood, I complete line from Bob's Big Boy Boomer Brand Cannon Incorporated. To start with, we have the entry-level model, the Buccaneer's Buddy. We also have the following cannon models available. The Ouch Master, the Hole Maker Deluxe, the Pain Giver 2000, Mr. Massacre, and finally, the cannon used by that most fearsome scoundrel, Renee Rottingham himself, the Destructomatic T-47. So, can I interest you in any of these models, mister?
I'll take the Destructomatic T-47.
You've just ordered the Destructomatic T-47 armor-piercing carnage delivery system with auto-loading and fax modem. Quite a fine piece of hardware, if I do say so myself. Now, will that be doubloons, jewels, captured maidens?
I've got these wooden nickels.
Listen, I'm not doing this for my health, you know. Just because you're a grown-up doesn't mean you can waste my time. Come back when you have some green toothpick. Back again, mister?
I'd like to buy some cat...
Oh, the Buccaneer, let me just check my... Yep, we got him. You will not be disappointed, my friend. How would you like to pay for those?
My ship's hull is full of booty.
Well, the amount in your treasure hold is not enough for this model.
Would you take my old cannons as a trade-in?
Well, I don't know. They are pretty banged up. Hang on while I check the blue book on them. Okay. I'll have my mom install your new cannon pronto. While she's at it, I'll also have her pick up the appropriate amount from your hold and pick up your trade-in. Mom!
Kenny's blocked the way into town with this big pile of cannons.
What ye be wanting?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
I'll skewer you like a sow at a buffet.
Oh, yeah?
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With you around, I'd prefer to be fumigated. I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
I look that much like...
I'll hound you night and day.
Happy birthday!
Give me...
Now, if I hadn't...
If you're looking for a fight, you found.
I'm Guybrush...
Don't make me laugh.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
I am rubber.
I have never seen such play.
You would have, but you were always running away. I'll hound you night and day.
My favorite color is Battleship Gray.
On guard, touché.
Oh, yeah?
I and it.
Treasure? You wanted...
are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Don't make...
Unga, touche.
Oh, that is so cliché. You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé? When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
I'm shaken. I'm shaken.
I'll hound you night and day.
I'm shaken. I'm shaken. You win!
Give me your treasure.
I didn't want it anyway. It's got that horrible...
What?
Only...
We're loaded with...
Back again?
I'd like to buy some candy. I'll take the out...
The ouch mess? Mom!
You'd best sail away before you get hurt.
I've come to plunder your... I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I'll hound...
Then be a good dog. Sit. Stay. You're the ugliest monster ever created.
With you around, I'd prefer...
Every enemy...
With your breath, I'm sure they... When your father...
Oh, yeah? You...
Give me your treasure, ya bat-sized...
I didn't want it.
We're loaded with...
Back again, mister?
I'd like to... I'll take the Homemaker Deluxe.
One whole maker deluxe. Mom!
What ye be wanting?
Your treasure or your life?
No. I'll take your...
When your father...
I am rubber.
I have never...
I am rubber.
You're the ugliest...
If you don't count the ones you've dated... Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
Did you say something?
Heaven preserve me! You look like something that's died!
I look that...
Open your...
Well, if I...
What ye be...
I'm...
Down! Rub...
Then be a good dog. Sit. Stay. I have...
Oh, yeah. Treasure.
I'm Guybrush.
Well,
I'll take the Pain Giver 2000.
the Pain Giver 2000 it is.
How dare you attack?
I'm Guybrush.
Don't make...
I have never seen...
You would have, but you... Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
At least mine.
Heaven preserve me, you look like something that's died.
At least...
I
haven't got anything...
Pops!
You're
Good luck!
Heaven preserve me, you look...
The only way you be preserved is in formaldehyde. You can't match my witty repartee.
Oh, you...
I can't rest till you've been exterminated.
Oh, that...
Give me...
If I...
What? You better leave.
I'm...
Don't.
I can't rest till you...
I'm shit.
Heaven preserve me, you look...
I'm shit.
Can't match my witty repartee.
I am rubber. You win.
Give me your you filthy unwashed...
It was cluttering up to hold it.
We're loaded...
Back again?
I'd like to buy some... I'll take the Mr. Massacre brand cannon.
Mr. Massacre coming right up. Mom!
How dare you?
I'm Guybrush Streetwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
I can't rest till you've been exterminated.
Then perhaps you should switch to decaffeinated. Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. You can't match my witty repartee.
I am rubber. You...
Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
Is that your face? I thought it was your backside. When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
At least mine can be identified. You win! Give me your treasure. You the unwashed thing, you.
I didn't want it anyway.
We're loaded with booty.
Back again, mister?
I'd like to buy some cannons for my pirate ship. I'll take the Destructomatic T-47.
Whoa, mister. You've entered a select group. No!
Here for another whipping?
I've come for my map.
I shall dispatch you presently. You'll find I'm dogged and relentless to my prey.
Then be a good dog. Sit. Stay.
You're a disgrace to your species. You're so undignified.
At least mine can be identified.
Your looks would make pigs nauseated.
Then perhaps you should switch to decaffeinated.
When I'm done, your body will be rotted and putrefied.
The only way you'll be preserved is in formaldehyde.
You have the sex appeal of a Sharpay.
That much like your fiancée?
Never before have I faced someone so sissified.
The only way you'll be preserved is in formaldehyde.
Nothing on this earth can save your sorry hide.
The only way you'll be preserved...
Nothing can stop me from blowing you away.
Oh, that is...
My skills with a sword rated.
A plant's...
Now get... You best say I do.
You...
Yes.
I'm...
Don't.
You can't...
I could if you would use some breath spray. I'll leave you devastated, mutilated, and perforated.
At least...
You're as repulsive as a...
With your breath, I'm...
Right-handed... How? I don't...
I know that.
Why bother?
I need the...
Fair enough.
I'm...
Don't...
You're the...
If you don't count all the ones you've dated. Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With you around, I'd prefer to... When I'm done, your body...
No fair. You're using...
Your looks would make...
I'm shaking. You would...
Give me your...
I haven't... You best... I don't have any instructions.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm...
Don't...
nothing.
No fair! You're used...
I
could if you would... I'll hound you.
Then be...
When I am done with you, you'll be... Would you like to be buried? Or...
With you? Give me your...
Here... You'll find I'm dogged and relentless to my pride.
Then be a good dog. Sit. Stay.
Your stench would make an outhouse cleaner irritated.
If you don't count all the ones you've dated.
My skills with a serve are highly venerated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all...
Your lips look like they belong on the catch of the day.
I'm done with you, you'll be a boneless fillet.
Nothing can stop me from blowing you away.
Well, you would have, but you were always running away.
Never before have I faced someone so sissified.
If you don't count all...
You're a disgrace to your species. You're so undignified.
At least mine can be identified.
Your mother wears a toupee.
Oh, that is so cliché.
I give you a choice. You can be gutted or decapitated.
With you around, I'd prefer to be fumigated.
Sacre bleu! I cannot believe it! I have been defeated in battle!
So give me that map, take your ship and skedaddle.
You win! You'll get your map back!
You were doomed from the start, you kleptomaniac.
Alright. Give up already.
It's no wonder you lost with a sword so unsteady.
Merci! I beg you! No more insults, please!
Your smell and face remind me of moldy old cheese.
Ah!
We got the map back. Now we can sail to Blood Island. Keep her on course for Blood Island! Van Helgen!
I'm doing all I can here! Lend a hand! I'm barely holding on myself, mate! My God, this wind! She's the devil's own!
I guess I blacked out for a second. Where's Elaine?
She flew a wee bit into the woods when we crashed.
Then let's get going. We'll find her, then scour the island for the uncursed diamond ring that'll transform her back to normal.
I don't be thinking we will, lad.
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean, Haggis?
This be a mutiny, Captain. We're leaving you.
Did I mention that I'm offering my crew a very attractive pension plan?
You did. And the stock options. But we're still leaving.
But why, Haggis? Why?
Well, I admit being your pirate crew's been a real pleasure. A real pleasure. But we've grown restless. We can hear the voice of the siren calling to us, and she says she'll be wanting us to do her hair.
You're going back to being barbers?
Aye. We'll be sailing back to Plunder Island just as soon as we can fix the ship. Good luck, Captain Driftwood. It were a pleasure to be looting with you.
I guess I'm on my own again. Haggis?
Aye.
Mutiny's a big step. Are you sure you won't reconsider?
Aye, lad, we're all agreed. We'd rather feel the spray of detangler in our faces than the spray of the ocean.
Are you sure you don't want to be pirates again?
I wish you would. We'd all rather be cutting hair than cutting throats. Well, except for Bill.
Well, of course. Join me or I'll kill you all.
Of course you will, laddie. By the way, have you got any duct tape, laddie? We're reattaching the mainsail.
No.
That's a shame. I guess we'll have to use nails then.
Are you sure you don't want to be pirates again?
Sorry, lad.
Oh, shoot. How are the repairs coming?
Well, lad, things could be worse. There's plenty of lumber on this island, so we'll be able to repair all the major holes in the hull. We'll also be adding a hardwood dance floor on the Lido deck.
Nice.
Hey, it's something we've been talking about for a while.
You mutineers had best beware.
Beware of what?
Well, for one thing, I'll put a terrible pirate curse on you.
Could you be turning Bill into solid gold, like your girlfriend?
I guess that's not much of a threat.
No, lad.
You mutineers had best beware.
Beware of what?
Well, for one thing, you'll be driven to madness by the shame of your own guilt.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be just fine, lad. Just fine. I do this all the time.
You mutineers had best beware.
Beware of what?
Well, for one thing, the sea hates a deserter. She'll swallow you up.
No, lad. The sea hates phone solicitors that call at meal times. It'll be the Alps what hates a deserter.
Oh, shucks. I always get those two confused. You mutineers had best beware.
Beware of what?
Well, for one thing, if I wore a kilt, I wouldn't wear highly polished shoes.
Ugh, by me great Aunt Fergus. You be right, laddie. I had best beware.
You mutineers.
Aye.
Are you sure you don't want to be pirates?
Sorry, lad.
My, that's a big bottle of lotion you have there.
That's right, she be. And don't you be getting any ideas about stealing it. We're sure to be needing it, you see. Carpentry on this tropical climate can and will prematurely age your skin. 'Tis but one of the many hardships a pirate must face daily during this barbarous age. Aye. And if we pirates didn't carry hand lotion aboard all our ships, we'd probably die from the chafing.
Wow, if I were doing a history report on pirates and I included that fact, I'd get an A+. We're talking guaranteed A+. And that A+ just might get you into the college of your choice. Think about it. There's no way that I can have even a drop of...
Well, maybe we could make a deal. You see, we need to be repairing the ship. She's leaky as a colander. And for some unknown reason, the ship supplies of tar have been depleted. How the previous crew could set sail without any tar aboard eludes me. But the fact is, unless we get us some tar or something like it, we're doomed to this island for good. Aye, I'd give you the whole bloomin' bottle of lotion if you could find me something to patch the ship so we can be on our way home.
I'll let you get back to work. It's a bottle of Captain Nick's shaving soap with a cork in it. It must have fallen from the barber's supplies when the ship wrecked. Well, I can't pull the cork out with my hands. I can't use the skeleton arm with that. I don't want to pin that.
Drop that. You can have it when you find me something I can use to patch the ship.
Those advertisements were no lie. It really is crystal clear. I can't carry water in my... This pie pan won't do it. The bottle has a cork in it. Elaine looks like she's all right. Hang on, honey. I'm going to get you out of this mess. That ring is really stuck on her finger. They sure are bright. They're too small and fast for me to catch with my hands. Hey, a stump. No. Hey, a stump. Boy, it's windy up here. It concentrates the light into a beacon for wayward vessels. Makes a man proud. No. Luckily, I don't need to adjust it. I don't have anything to replace it with. This pipe pan won't do it. It's a big egg sitting precariously at the top of that tree. I can't shake it hard enough with just my hands. No. Lost Welshman ferry line. Haunted sea cruises and whale watching excursions daily. No. No. I don't need any rocks. Your company name here. Blood Island Municipal Housing for the Deceased. It's locked. It says Tex Venture. The Good Soup Family Crypt. Miller the Sot. Here lies old Miller. He's far past his prime. He drank some weed killer with a half twist of lime. Nah. No. No. Lilies. How cliche. No. I hope the owner of this shack doesn't sleep in that. Nah. It's locked tight. I can't see anyone in there right now. I can't see anyone in there right now. I can't see anyone in there right now. It's locked tight. Nah. No. No. I can't use the chisel with that. It's beginning to spell a word. What could it be? Rib roast? Riboflavin? It's beginning to spell a word. I already have enough skeletal appendages. Looks like the gravedigger is a little behind on his burial. It says Old Blind Pew. It's a smelly old dog. It's just not very social, I guess. How morbid. Someone should really learn to properly no. It's a scrap metal recycling bin. No. They're spinning around the top of the windmill. It's locked. Nah. It's an open window at the top of the windmill. This village is deserted. How curious. Well, I haven't got any use for this fruit. It's a table covered with different fruits and vegetables. It's a large cube of tofu. It's an idol of Ricky, the helpful god of finger bowls. No. It's holding cute little shrunken head brochettes. It's decorative yet functional. No. I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
A pirate, huh? Well, then you must realize the inherent danger in wandering into a village populated by cannibals.
Cannibals?
You say that like it's a bad thing. Well, it's true. But we are no longer vicious and bloodthirsty cannibals.
No?
No. We underwent a paradigm shift in our belief system several years ago.
Really? That's fascinating.
We decided we wanted to live a healthy cannibal lifestyle, completely cut back on our fatty missionary intake, and went vegetarian altogether. But there certainly was a time I would have eaten you. Young guy like you. Not too much muscle.
Hey!
I'd probably marinate you in white wine for 45 minutes. Dip you in a light corn batter. Wrap you in banana leaves and bury you in a pit with 100 hot coals. Let you roast overnight. Then I'd serve you on a bed of basmati rice with a garnish of shiitake mushrooms and shallots.
But not anymore, right? But not anymore, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
Aren't you afraid the volcano will destroy your village?
The volcano? Oh, no. Mount Acidophilus is completely harmless. We have curried favor with Sherman, the all-powerful god of the volcano.
The god of the volcano likes spicy foods?
Shut up, or I'll eat you.
Okay.
When we first landed on this island, the volcano god was most upset, belching out smoke, vomiting up lava. It was disgusting, really, and potentially hazardous. We knew we had to do something to pacify the volcano god, and we assumed a good sacrifice would do the trick.
A reasonable assumption.
But when we threw the sacrifice into the volcano, Mount Acidophilus erupted violently. We thought Sherman was upset at us, so we started making sacrifices every day. We tried everything. Fish, poultry, livestock, phenylalanine.
The usual.
Then one day, we tried brie. There was a huge eruption that nearly killed us all.
What happened?
Sherman is lactose intolerant.
Ah, it all makes sense now.
Now, Sherman is on a very strict diet. He only gets fresh fruit, vegetables, and of course, soy products for the proteins so important to muscle building.
You look familiar somehow.
Perhaps it's because I look like a big lemon.
Oh, yeah. But it's more than that. We've met before, back on Monkey Island.
Ah, Monkey Island. We had a nice village there. Rent-controlled huts close to the good schools. Those were the salad days, so to speak. Till they put in that darned carnival.
Carnival?
Yes, carnival. Just as soon as they put up the first tent, whoosh! The whole place becomes trendy. Sailors coming in at all times of the night. That awful music droning on and on. And to be honest with you, I think the way game...
Nice village you have.
Thanks. It's not much, but we call it home. We've been doing our best to capture the classic charm of a headhunter village, while at the same time incorporating all the modern conveniences brought to us by the European explorers. You may have noticed our first state-of-the-art bloodletting clinic, which has been cleverly designed like a traditional shaman's hut.
How quaint.
Yes, we think so.
Do you live in fear of the fruit fly menace?
Not since I switched to a malathion-based cologne.
Very alluring.
Thank you.
Do they hassle you when you go through customs?
You have no idea.
Stand aside! I mean to visit the volcano.
I'm afraid I cannot allow that. Our ritual offering is about to begin.
Terrific! I'm fascinated by your quaint tribal customs.
Postcards and slides are available in the lobby. Non-cannibals are forbidden from witnessing the actual ceremony.
That's so unfair!
Tell it to the volcano gods. I don't make the rules, you know.
When does the ceremony begin?
It was supposed to have started half an hour ago. Even now, members of my village are preparing a human-like sacrifice for the volcano god.
Human-like?
Due to the delicate nature of the volcano god's digestion, we can't actually feed him real humans. So we sacrifice a human substitute. It doesn't really taste like a human, but it has a similar texture.
So what's the holdup?
We're still waiting for our featured guest.
Who's your featured guest?
He's an ambassador from one of the other islands. It's all part of a new cannibal outreach program between the villages. Apparently not all villages are as punctual as ours.
I'll help you find him. What does he look like?
I don't know. He should be dressed for the ceremony, and he'd better be a vegetarian. We specifically asked for a vegetarian.
Gotta run. Bye. I don't want to put my hand in there. My pirate instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. I don't want to put my hand in there. I can't use the skeleton arm with that. It's a hand-carved mask in the likeness of Leroy, god of pudding. The label on this mask reads product of Luxembourg. No. No. Seeing those guys lit up never fails to bring a smile to my face. Feel the power of the ancient volcano goddess in Griswold Goodsuit presents High Explosive, the most in the Caribbean, starring Wilhelmina, Temptress of the Caldera, nightly at 7. Looks like it was quite a show. No. I'm not gonna carry around that heavy iron pot for no reason. I can't use the pepper with that. It's a big, heavy-looking cast iron cooking pot. This barbecue is too cold to cook anything. Drink grog. It says, be a grog man. That fork is stuck in all that congealed cheese.
Oh, don't bother that. Just make the pain stop, please. No, don't touch that. Oh, my head.
Madam Eczema.
Zima, Madam Zima, Madam Zima, Madam Zima! Mistress of the ancient arts, of precognition and augury, diva of divination.
Cool, you're a fortune teller.
Ah, that and so much more.
I don't want to get her mad at me. Madam Eczema. She's a very atmospheric gypsy fortune teller.
I feel a dark presence coming over me.
Hi there.
Ah!
Ah, please, keep it down. No screaming. Oh, my...
Tell me my fortune, tell me my fortune.
I do not think you wish to hear. There are things of which a man is better off being ignorant.
Oh, but I'm already ignorant of so many things. I want to know my future.
No, you are not meant to know.
I bet you just can't do it. That's the problem. You can't do it, and you're afraid everyone will find out you're just a phony.
You know, I could put a curse on you that would make every morsel of food you eat become a ravenous cockroach inside your intestines, giving you the most excruciating death imaginable.
So, are you gonna tell me my fortune or not?
I'm not kidding.
Okay. What's in the cards for me? Fame? Fortune? Romance?
Ah, very well. We will consult the cards. The process of reading the tarot is a very complex one. Each draw of the cards foretells an upcoming event in your life. When assembled, they will tell the story of your future. A future filled with twists and... Ah!
Good Lord, woman, stop that screaming.
What is it? Is that a good...
It is death.
Well, in the tarot, death just means change, right? I mean, it's nothing to get worried about, right?
Sure, whatever you say. Now, please go.
Look! A three-headed monkey!
Ah! Then the prophecies were true. Where? I don't see anything.
He must have run away.
This is a very bad omen.
Leave that alone. Someone kill that man with the jackhammer.
It's full of brochures for Big Whoop, the place for pirates and pirates at heart. It says, visit Big Whoop for an eternity of pain and torment. I mean fun and laughter. If you're a pirate with a sturdy skeletal structure and a high threshold for pain, but high threshold for pain is crossed out and replaced with craving for adventure, then Big Whoop is the place for you. Visit Big Whoop. Do it right now. There's no pictures or maps or anything. It just says that it's an awful lot of fun. Honest. Do you know anything about the lost ring of Blood Island?
I sense tremendous sorrow in connection with that ring, and a great part missing. A beautiful diamond.
Where's the diamond?
I see a dark cave filled with evil men, and a place of death. A dark island in the form of a giant skull.
There must be some mistake. Read my tarot cards again.
There is no mistaking your fate, Guybrush. The cards do not lie. But if you insist, once again, it is death.
It says death. I wonder what that signifies. I'm feeling luckier. Give me another tarot reading.
Luck is not involved here, Guybrush. It is your destiny.
Whatever. Let's see what the cards say this time.
The card says death.
Are you sure you're not dealing from the bottom of the deck?
Remember that curse I told you about?
Okay.
death.
How many of those cards do you have, anyway? How about giving me one more tarot reading?
This is evil work, Guybrush. The fates have conspired against you, and no man can interfere. Your path has been determined.
Okay, I get your point. I really do. Just one more time for Guybrush. Let me guess. Death?
Leave this place.
Huh?
You are putting us all in grave danger. Your very presence will bring us nothing but sickness, tragedy, and death.
Oh, yeah? Well...
Demon! Demon!
I've got 5 death cards. That can't be good. Madam Zima,
Be gone. You will bring death to all who surround you. No good can come of this.
I really don't want to know what's in there. It's a big whoop souvenir magnet. I can't pick up that entire wheel of extended family-size processed cheese food spread. I think this is the stuff they use to make nachos. I'm sure it's just a bunch of legal stuff I couldn't hope to understand. I need something to chip off a chunk with. I really don't want to know what's in there. I really don't want to know what's in there. Nah, they go straight to my hips. It's made from porcelain. It's a shameless ad for grog. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm...
Stop yelling.
I wasn't yelling, I was just...
Ah, I've got a terrible hangover. Find something to clear my head and I can talk to you. And keep it down.
What was that?
Just get me the ingredients for a hangover remedy and I'll talk to you.
Baron C. Lambert Chowder Good Soup, pioneer of crouton technology. He looks a lot like the guy at the bar. Minerva Stronheim Good Soup, Baroness of Borscht. No time for that now. I've got a fiancé to rescue. It's locked. don't have any use for portraits of the Van Salad family. It's a bunch of old portraits of the Van Salad family, and I thought the Good Soups were a homely bunch. Nah. I can see the hallway. It's already open. Nah. Here's a wild pepper for your hangover remedy.
Shh. Thanks.
I don't think he'd like that. I don't want to use the cheese with that. Ow! He bit me! Okay, fella, this won't hurt a bit. Hey, I guess it didn't hurt a bit. He must be shedding. I can't shake it hard enough with just my hands. I can't use the chisel with that. I can't use the mallet with that. This is some of the hair of the dog that bit me.
Shh. Thanks.
I found this egg for your hangover remedy.
Shh. Thanks. That's all the ingredients I need. Let me quietly mix up a dose. Ah, much better. Here, you can take the rest.
I don't believe we've met. Who are you?
I am Griswold, last of the Good Soups and proprietor of this hotel. You may have heard of us and our soup restaurant resort empire that stretches across the Caribbean.
Well...
This was once our proudest resort. In recent years, however, hard times have befallen the family Good Soup and left me alone in this rotting hotel. The Good Soup Resort Hotel and Casino.
What do you know about the lost ring of Blood Island?
Oh, that's a very sad chapter in my family's history. My great-aunt Minnie Stroney Goodsoup was a well-to-do member of Blood Island society. Her one weakness was her romantic nature. She had a thing for pirates, one in particular. He came into port, she fell instantly in love, and they were engaged within the week. Then, on the eve of their wedding, he stole the fantastic Goodsoup diamond from her ring and sold it to smugglers on Skull Island. She wore the empty engagement band on her finger until the day she died, which was not long after. Some say she still haunts the Goodsoup family tomb. It is a sad story, is it not?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Could you repeat that?
Get lost, Chowderhead.
Hypothetically, how would one get into your aunt's tomb?
I suppose you would have to die.
Oh, crud. How can I get out to Skull Island?
Well, there used to be a regular ferry out to Skull Island.
Used to?
One cold night, so the tale goes, the Welshman set out in his dinghy. The deep fog around Skull Isle obscured even the moon, but the Welshman could see the distant light of the Blood Island lighthouse. When he'd rowed half the distance, the light in the lighthouse was mysteriously smashed. Poor Welshman was lost, almost never to be seen again.
Almost?
Well, there are those who say that late at night, if you stare into the fog long enough, you may see the flying Welshman rowing in his ghostly dinghy, lost for all eternity.
Creepy. How can I get out to Skull Island?
Well, there used to be a regular, but he was lost at sea when the lighthouse broke. He never was a very strong navigator.
How's business?
Oh, I need another drink.
Not good, I take it.
Just look around. No guests, no food, no entertainment. Not even the cannibals will come here. My only regular is a spooky old fortune teller who gives everyone the creeps. No offense, Madam Zima.
A pax on your firstborn.
Yes, right.
Maybe if you tried a more aggressive marketing scheme.
I've tried everything. Pamphlets, stickers, extensive print campaigns. I even tried passing out vials of my own blood imprinted with the slogan, "My parents went to Blood Island," and all I got was this lousy plasma sample.
That's just gross.
Well, with the benefit of hindsight, I suppose it is.
Well, maybe if you booked some more entertainers.
I booked a juggling act here a while back, but that didn't work out. Rather a moody guy. Kept talking about suffering for his art and all that. The guests hated him. They actually cheered when he burst into flame during his firewalking act.
Maybe if you focused on Blood Island's rich history.
What history? The island has a windmill and a lighthouse. There's not a whole lot to see.
Maybe you should get out of the hotel business.
Good soups have always been in hotel management. I've got to do my part to keep the dream alive, booking rooms and mixing drinks.
That's stirring.
Excuse me, stirring drinks?
No, I meant... Never mind. What happened to all the guests?
After the place started to run down, they all checked out. All except for one, the guest that never left.
Is this gonna be scary? Because I warn you.
Every night we heard strange noises coming from his room. Frightful, crashing sounds that shook the entire hotel, each followed by the most horrible screaming and cursing. Then, one night, the sounds just stopped, but were replaced with a terrifying wailing and moaning. I had the room sealed and vowed never to enter that hateful place again.
Would you let me into the guest room upstairs?
No, it is locked for a reason. Let no man disturb the dark spirits who occupy that room.
Why don't you try the place up a little?
Well, that's quite a story. Years ago, this hotel was one of the hottest destinations in the Caribbean. People came from around the globe to see our world-famous dinner show. You may have noticed the oddly shaped barbecue out on the patio.
Yes, I did notice that.
Well, that barbecue was the centerpiece of our nightly entertainment.
Isn't a barbecue the central attraction of most sophisticated nightlife activities?
Maybe, but no one else had a barbecue like this one. Every night the guests would gather round on the patio, and at precisely 6 o'clock...
You'd recite original poetry.
No. Do you want to hear the story or not?
I'm sorry, I'm fascinated. Please, go on.
Well, every night at precisely 6 o'clock, the volcano would erupt and the lava would flow down the side of the mountain and into the special trough that runs beneath the barbecue. The guests absolutely loved it.
That's it? A barbecue? That's entertainment?
Well, I used to entertain in the bar.
You had a lounge act?
Yes, I played the piano, and we had keno. One day, the volcano just inexplicably stopped erupting. Without our main attraction, the resort just lost its appeal. We've gone downhill ever since, and the volcano hasn't erupted to this day.
Tragic. What was the story on that bar?
It's very. When Mount Acidophilus would erupt, lava would flow beneath the barbecue and cook whatever we had on the grill. Ah, if only the volcano were active again.
That's a shame. This place sure is dead.
Tell me about it. No guests, no food, no entertainment. If I weren't so insanely wealthy, I might get worried.
That's a shame. I'd like a...
Sure. What will you have?
Give me a big fruity drink with an umbrella in it.
Good choice. It's a delicious taste of the islands, made with lemon, grapefruit, and ground beef.
Hey, don't I get one of those decorative umbrellas to go in my tropical drink?
I don't think we have any. No, I'm wrong. I do have this one.
Ah, Papa Pichu, here's your glass back. Head be clear, for clearing foggy heads. Darn child-proof caps? I can't open it. That opened it. I'm not hungover. I feel great. I'd like a drink, please.
Right.
That makes the drink oh so much more appealing. It just occurred to me that mixing medicine and alcohol is a really stupid and possibly lethal thing to do. If I were a real person instead of a lovably inept cartoon character with the potential for a few more sequels, I wouldn't even consider it. Skull! That's odd. It's supposed to cause drowsiness. I don't feel the least bit drowsy.
In fact, I feel,
So then the Undertaker says, I wanted to be a pallbearer, but I couldn't stop coughing.
Oh, you crack me up, Mort.
So what's with the new guy?
Oh, he's been like that for an hour now. Passed out cold. He'll come around.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I guess that's the end of the game, then.
What with him being the main character and all. Funny. I didn't think you could die in LucasArts adventure games.
Well, maybe they're trying something different.
When I should take care of him?
Would you? It's bad for business, having him just lie there.
Rest in peace and all that.
Hey! I'm not really dead. Oh, come on, cut it out. It won't open. I'm trapped. yikes. Where's that telltale pounding coming from? It's coming from within one of these coffins. From the dead. The dead that surround me. They must know my horrible secret. They'll never let me rest until I've paid for the wrongs I've committed against... Wait a second. I don't have a horrible secret. I can't open it. I already have a nice skeleton arm, thank you. I can't use the mallet.
I'm glad to be finally out of that thing, even though it was a spacious, comfortable model with plenty of leg and headroom. Well, hello there. Say, you look familiar.
Yes, well,
Of course! Guybrush Threepwood. You're the one who locked me in there in the first place.
Well, you see, I've been meaning to...
No, I won't hear of it. That was the best time of my life. Gave me plenty of time to think, you know? To think about the things that really matter. I don't know if you've considered this, son, but live burials are not an altogether uncommon experience here in the Caribbean.
I wasn't aware of that.
Not to mention pirate raids and deadly sea battles, huge man-eating reptiles, dangerous quicksand pits, trigger-happy duelists, and of course, those pesky undead. Have you ever thought of what would happen to your loved ones should this gruesome fate befall you?
No, but...
Well, of course, you have plenty of time to think about it. Or do you? I'm one of the lucky ones. I've been dead. It's given me a whole new perspective on life. A life that I'm going to devote to making sure people's life insurance needs are met. Here, take one of my business cards I've had made up.
If you've been locked in that coffin, how are you able to have business cards made?
Now's not the time to worry about the technicalities, son. Now's the time to ask yourself, are you covered? Run along now and let me set up my office.
We're trapped in here. The door's locked.
Nonsense! This is one of Stan's cozy crypts, all equipped with a patented secure lock release mechanism. Just jiggle the handle there.
No. Mutual of Stand, because you could die horribly at any moment. It's even laminated. I think I need coverage right now.
Now hold on just a minute there, son. Give me a chance to get the office set up. Run along now.
That guy was so bloated he burst his coffin. Mutual of Stan.
Welcome back to Mutual of Stan.
What is it about these things that makes them so popular in office settings? Is that the photo that came with the frame?
No, that's my wife. Man, I wish people would stop with that.
Is that the photo that...
Stop it!
No. A sure sign of a fine, classy business establishment. You've convinced me. I want to buy some insurance.
A wise choice, and one you won't soon regret. The question isn't whether or not you can afford to buy an insurance policy, it's whether you can afford not to. Speaking of which, can you afford to buy an insurance policy?
Well, how much does it cost?
Oh, that depends on a variety of factors. How much coverage you need, how much you're willing to spend, all sorts of highly complicated sliding scale insurance equations and such. But I won't bore you with all that. Just let me ask you this. How much money do you have?
Well, I've got these wooden nickels.
I see. Maybe I've confused you somewhere along the line. While nothing would please me more to send you out of here, with the peace of mind that your family will be provided for in the unlikely event of your death, I have to run a business here. If you can't at least show me some collateral, I can't give you a policy.
How about an enormous uncursed diamond?
How about that? Do you have an enormous uncursed diamond?
Okay, no. But I'm like this close to getting one.
Well, I'm this close to believing that you're trying to take advantage of my generosity. Maybe you'd like to make me a serious offer, hmm?
This antique handcrafted bottle of rich, creamy shaving soap. The closest, most comfortable shave possible.
I don't think so.
This one-of-a-kind Big Whoop refrigerator magnet. Very collectible.
Not interested.
Coffin nails. All shapes and sizes. Hardly ever used.
Surely you're joking.
This fine cane-handled umbrella. Makes a great gift.
I don't think so.
This attractive mallet and chisel combination set. Use them separately or as a pair.
Not interested.
An assortment of tarot cards. Practice the mystic art of fortune-telling at home or on vacation.
I don't think so.
This highly accurate map to Blood Island. I absolutely guarantee you won't find another one just like it.
No.
This authentic pirate relic. A genuine tooth from an actual pirate. Only one of its kind.
Is that real gold?
The finest known to man. Not much spit on it either anymore.
Now you're starting to speak my language. All right, let's find a coverage plan that suits your needs. And you can rest assured that you've provided for your family well after your unfortunate departure.
What are the terms of this plan exactly?
It's quite simple, son. When you die, whoever holds that policy gets a lot of money.
A lot of money? Wow.
Wow is right. Now I want you to be careful out there.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
No, I'm serious. I want you to be very, very careful.
Will do. This entitles the bearer of this document to the sum of a lot of money. Hi, guys. I guess you'll be wondering how I came to be back from the dead. No questions for the dead guy come back to life? No questions like, is there life after death or is there a heaven? Will there be adequate parking? Fine. Be that way. I wouldn't tell you about the hereafter if you begged me. Madam Zima,
Be gone.
I thought if I died I'd be buried with your aunt.
Well, isn't it obvious? You can't be buried in the Good Soup family crypt unless you're a member of the Good Soup family.
A member of the family, huh? Uncle Griswold, it's me! Don't you recognize me?
Recognize you? I've seen you before in my life. What is your name?
Wonton.
Wonton?
I spent several years in the Orient.
I don't recall having any relatives with that name.
Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
No, you don't. In fact, you look, they always did have weak feet.
Are you
Of course I'm sure. Every day I wander the Good Soup family hall of portraits and give my respects to each of my distinguished ancestors. Every distinguishing feature of the Good Soup family is there in those pictures, and I see nothing in any of those portraits that might remind me of you.
Look at me. Don't I look...
No, I still don't think you... If you looked at...
I'm off to... It's Count Gazpacho Good Soup, the cold-hearted canning magnate. It's the Duchess Cream of Good Soup, of the noodle good soups. Baron C. Lambert Chowder Good Soup, pioneer of crouton technology. He looks a lot like the guy at the bar. Minerva Stronheim Good Soup, Baroness of Borscht. It's a big nail. I'd better get rid of this incriminating picture frame. What? This is one ugly picture. Looks just like the bartender. I can see the hallway. This is one ugly picture. Looks just like the bartender. There, I've cut out the face. I can't use the portrait face with that. It's already open. It's one of the guest rooms. It's one of the guest rooms. I guess I'm better at this pirating thing than I thought. It worked. It's so musty that I don't want to open it up. I'm sure there's nothing in there except one of those hotel Bibles. More porcelain? When will this nightmare end? It won't open. Wow. I'll bet his room charges are pretty hefty by now. I can't reach it. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need... I can't reach it. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I can't use the mallet with that. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I don't want to pin that. I don't want to pin that. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I don't want to pin that. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I don't want to pin that. I'm sure there's nothing in there except one of those hotel Bibles. It won't open. I don't have any use for portraits of the Van Salad family. It's nailed to the wall. I can't use... It's so musty that I don't want to open it up. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one. Not enough leverage. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I can't reach it. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail. I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one. There. The bed has been nailed down. That ought to do it. Wow. I'll bet his room charges are pretty hefty by now. Wow. I'll bet I wouldn't know what to say. Gross. The Good Soups. A Life in Pictures by M.M. Goodsoup. Nah. It's full of all the dates and fun facts you'd ever want to know about the Goodsoup family. And it says I'll receive a new book every month, or cancel with no obligation, and keep my copy of Buccaneers and Bouillabaisse as a free gift. Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
No, I still don't think if you looked at all.
I'm up. My piratey instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. I can't use the portrait face with that. Pirate instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. That won't fit.
You just stole that mirror, didn't you?
No, I didn't. It's right there, look.
I guess you're right. Oh dear, I'm starting to look old.
From all that drinking.
Mind your own business.
Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
No, I still don't think you have those noble good soup features. If you looked at all like a good soup, I might believe your story.
I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. Perfect! No. Nah. Luckily, I don't need to adjust it. No. This mirror will work fine. I don't need to take it. This is where the lighthouse light would go, if it had one. With all this broken... It's a statue of Myron, god of parsley. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. My pirate instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. I don't want to put my hand in there. I don't want to put my hand in there. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. Nah. It's a large cube of tofu. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. It's a large cube of tofu. I don't want to put my hand in there. Nah. I don't want to put my hand in there. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. 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 Haggis?
Aye.
What did you want in exchange for the lotion?
We need to seal the hull of the ship, but we're out of tar. If you can find a substitute for tar, I'll let you have the lotion.
I'll let you get back to work. What does your guest look like again?
I've never seen him, but he should be dressed for the ceremony.
I really want to see.
And your presence would defile the sanctity of our ceremony.
Oh, can't you make an exception just this once? It's an emergency.
I'd like to. You in, then I'd have to let everybody in. Next thing you know, cannibalism is in, and there are documentaries about us.
Gotta run. Bye. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here.
Not so fast. What do you want?
I bring a gift for the volcano god.
Oh, we can't take gifts from outsiders. Government regulations, health codes, taboos, that sort of thing. I'll send him your regards, though.
I'm thinking of becoming a cannibal.
Do you have any previous experience?
Well, I used to bite my fingernails.
Well, technically I'm not supposed to do this, but I like you. You got moxie. After the sacrifice, I'll get you started on your cannibalism orientation program. In just 4 short years, you'll be able to join us in the volcano ritual.
4 years? Wait a second. Did I say cannibal? I meant to say, cannonball. I want to be a cannonball. Boom!
You're not quite stable, are you?
I'll, see you around.
That jar's for my tips. Put it back.
But I was gonna put a whole lot of money in it. Too much for me to carry around with me. So I'm gonna have to take it with me and fill it up.
Oh, okay then.
Nah, they go straight to my hips. It says, we welcome your tips. It's the lid to the tip jar from the hotel. I don't want to put my hand in there. I don't want to cut that. A 60-pound block of tofu. A 60-pound block of tofu won't help here. I don't carry around other people's spit anymore. I've grown past that stage. Madam Zima,
Be gone.
That fork is stuck in all that congealed cheese. It says, be a grog man. £60. £60 looks like a mask. Ick.
Finally, you're here. Come on, we're late for the sacrifice.
God of the volcano who resides in Mount Acidophilus, accept this sacrifice we make unto you. In the form of flesh with high amounts of fiber and wholesome cellulose, free of all fat and trans fatty acids, so that it might nourish you and bring your favor upon our humble village, and not upset nor agitate your ulcerative caldera.
Okay, boys, toss him in. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you, and good night.
You feed the volcano mannequins made from vegetables?
Yes, we do. Sherman isn't a strict vegetarian, but fatty foods can cause him severe indigestion. You fool! You've given cheese to a lactose-intolerant volcano god. That means you brought about the coming of the divine dysentery. Run for your lives!
Wow, that was more spectacular than I'd hoped. I'm not going back up there. It's too dangerous. The volcano has erupted!
Yes, I know. The good soup empire is saved. Ah, this is the happiest day of my life. Next to the day Grandpa invented the Stay Crispy and Soup oyster cracker.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Soon the resort will be flooded with tourists coming to see the volcano, and I can finally put on the show I was working on the last time we had guests.
What show is that?
Voulez-vous vichyssoise? A dramatic musical about a talented young Parisian soup chef who is cruelly taken down by the Paris culinary establishment for her revolutionary ideas about soup preparation.
I'm sure it'll be a big hit. I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. Haggis?
Aye.
I'll let you get back to work. Putting an empty jar on that stump won't do anything. I'm afraid the salt in the seawater might corrode the screw-on metal top. It's locked. That melted cheese looks just like yellow tar. This pie pan won't do any good there. I guess I'll just drag this down to Haggis now. Beer, Haggis! This stuff should work to patch up the ship.
Aye, laddie, indeed it should. The consistency of tar, but with a tangy pepper taste.
So, can I have your lotion now?
Aye, lad. Go ahead and take it.
Let's see if this slippery, greasy lotion does the trick. That should do it. There's enough lotion on there already. The cursed ring exploded! No. It's full of fermenting sugar water used for making rum. It's full of sugar water now. It's full of yummy, delicious sugar water. Bet that water sure tastes good. They're trapped inside and glowing like mad. There's no light. Oh no, all the fireflies have suffocated. I can't use the jar with that. I've poked holes in the lid of the jar. I need to use the jar with something else. The fireflies will escape. They're trapped inside and glowing like mad. No. The lighthouse is... Tell me that whole ring story again?
My dead great-aunt's fiancé stole the diamond and sold it to smugglers on Skull Island. She wore the engagement band until the day she died, and she remains buried in the Good Soup family crypt, dead of a broken heart.
I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. It's full of all the dates and fun facts you'd ever want to know about the Good Soup family. Nah. It's full of all the dates and fun facts you'd ever want to know about the Good Soup family. My pirate instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. Well, I can't use the book with that. Look at me. Don't I look just like a Good Soup?
No, I still don't think you have those noble Good Soup features. If you looked at all like a Good Soup, I might believe your story.
I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. Wow. This won't give me enough leverage to pry those boards off. But with that, not enough leverage. It's decorative yet functional. I'd like a drink, please.
Right.
This guy's dead again?
No, he's just faking it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the real thing this time.
Well, if you say so. He's an awfully fragile little fella, isn't he?
I'll take care of him.
Well, hello. What a surprise you're dropping in like this. Now you see, this is exactly what I was talking about.
I'm cashing in this insurance policy. Give me a lot of money.
But this is a life insurance policy. You collect when the policyholder dies.
No, honest. I was dead for a really long time.
And you just got better?
Well, yes.
Do you have any proof of this miracle?
As a matter of fact, smart guy, no.
Then it appears that you're just wasting my time. Run along and play now. I'm trying to run a business here.
I'm cashing in this insurance policy.
But this is a life insurance policy. You collect when the policyholder dies.
I'm dead. I really am.
Do you have any proof that you're dead?
As a matter of fact, smart guy, no.
It appears that you're just wasting my time.
Who are you?
I am the lost Welshman.
Ooh.
I am the ferryman between here and Skull Island. Trapped for so very long in the icy ocean mists. Oh, how I hate that blasted mist.
Really? I like mist. I think it's pretty.
Well, sure, mist is pretty. But egad, is it dull.
I'd like a ride out to Skull Island, please.
I will risk these rough waters no more. For too long have I rocked in that watery cradle of death.
Freaky imagery.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm not going out there again until I'm sure I can make it there safely. I need a compass.
How will being able to draw perfect circles get you out to Skull Island?
Not that kind of compass. The directional kind. If you find me one, I'll take you to Skull Island.
I'd like a ride out to Skull Island, please.
I told you not until I get a compass. If you find me one, I'll take you to Skull Island.
I don't want to pin that. I don't think he'd like that. This pie pan won't do any good there. I can't use the chisel with that. It's a corked bottle of shaving soap. I can't use the mallet with that. The bottle has a cork in it. Nah. It's full of all the dates and fun facts you'd ever want to know about the Good Soup family. Hey, what an amazing story I have to tell. I was dead, but I live again. Who wants to hear about it? You guys don't deserve to hear a good story. The magic wand has no effect on that. I've got 5 death cards. That can't be good. I don't think he'd like that. I don't have any use for portraits of the Van Salad family. It's a door with a porthole in it. For that nautical... I can't pick that up. Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
No, I still don't think you have those noble good soup features. If you look like a good soup, I might believe your story.
How's business?
Oh, it's just wonderful. Now that the volcano's erupting again, the reservations are just pouring in.
How can I get out to Skull Island?
Well, there used to be a regular ferry out to Skull Island, but he was lost at sea when the lighthouse broke. He never was a very strong navigator.
Tell me that whole ring story again?
My dead great-aunt's fiancé stole the diamond and sold it to smugglers on Skull Island. She wore the engagement band until the day she died, and she remains buried in the Good Soup family crypt, dead of a broken heart.
Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
No, I still don't think you have those noble good soup features. If you looked at all like a good soup, I might believe your story.
I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island. I don't want that. Madam Zima,
Be gone.
I'm afraid it would stick to my hands. There's no spider there. I wonder where the spider that spun that web is. I'm afraid it would stick to my hands. I'm cashing in this insurance policy.
But this is a life insurance policy. You collect when the policyholder dies.
I'm dead. I really am.
Do you have any proof that you're dead?
As a matter of fact, smart guy, no.
Then it appears that you're just wasting my time.
Oh, there's nothing like family. No matter what may happen in the topsy-turvy world of the Caribbean resort business, I can always relax in the knowledge that I come from good, wealthy stock. Breeding. That's what's important. Breeding and culture. Just like Grandfather Lambert. Breeding, culture, and lots of really old money. It makes a man proud. It's funny. I don't remember Grandfather Lambert as looking so seemed so common. Oh, weird. It's like his eyes follow me. Pictures like that really creep me out.
Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
Now that you mention it, you do bear a slight resemblance to my great-grandfather, C. Lambert Goodsoup.
Clammy? Why, folks back home used to tell me all the time. You're the spitting image of old Chowder Good Soup.
You know, I think you're right. I wonder why I didn't see it before.
I could just talk about Good Soup history all day.
How about that first fateful journey made in the Caribbean?
Oh, you mean the one that... Baron Salmon Bisque de Good Soup began in 1621?
Exactly. He landed on Scab Island with just a spoon and a dream. In just 4 short years, he had formed the largest chain of all soup restaurants in the Western Hemisphere. By 1635, he had driven the entire Van Salad family out of the Caribbean and had a restaurant empire that spanned the globe.
Actually, the Van Salads were not driven out until 1637, and the Good Soup chain of restaurants and resorts never did become popular in the South Pacific.
Yes, we are. All right. Whatever. Well, son, it looks like you were right. Welcome back to the glorious name of Good Soup.
I'm, honored.
And as a Good Soup, you're welcome to every benefit the name provides. Instant prestige around Blood Island. A 10% discount at any of the Good Soup resorts in the Caribbean. And, of course, medical, dental, and a 401k. And the best thing of all, if you should happen to drop dead, you will be buried in the extravagant Good Soup family crypt.
It's as if all my dreams have come true. I'd like a drink, please.
Here you go, laddie. Oh dear, he's had a sudden and completely unexpected relapse of death. And just as we were getting reacquainted, as his kinsman, it is my duty to give him a proper burial. It is my solemn vow. The late Good Soup shall be buried in the Good Soup family crypt.
All right. It's locked. There's no way out. Nah. Hey, there's a hole in the ceiling of this crypt. I think I might be able to squeeze through. Wow, it's a tunnel that opens on a deep, dark forest. It looks familiar somehow. As if I've seen it in a dream. Or maybe it's... I don't know. Hoy, jumping monkeys! A terrifying horde of stunningly rendered rabbit jaguars. They're coming right at me! Whew. It's a good thing I couldn't get through that hole. I'd be done for. Well, the hole is too small for me to squeeze through. There's nothing interesting up here. I better find another way out. Nah. Well, the hole is too small for me to squeeze. I bet... It's a memorial plaque for Minnie Stroney Good Soup. Yikes. It's a ghost in a bride's gown. She looks very sad and lonely.
Oh, hello there.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I am Minnie Good Soup, last in a long line of eligible Good Soup debutantes. I was buried here. I was the belle of Blood Island.
How many people can claim that?
Oh, how the lads adored me. I was courted by the richest, most handsome men in the Caribbean. But all my suitors bored me to tears. I wanted someone dangerous. I wanted a pirate. By the way, what do you do for a living?
Flooring inspector.
Oh. Then one day, a real pirate sailed his ship into the bay. I fell for him instantly, and we became engaged. But he left me standing at the altar, and I died of a broken heart.
Wow. That bites.
Oh, I know.
Were there any other suitors you found attractive?
Well, there was one I could have fallen for. Young Charles de Goulash. He had such a radiant smile.
What happened to him?
You know, it's funny. I don't know. He checked into the hotel one night and I never saw him again.
Go into the light.
If only it were that easy. I'm afraid I can never leave this crypt until I marry. Are you attached?
Yes.
What a shame. You sure have pretty eyes.
Hey, nice ring.
Oh.
Was it something I said?
I hate this ring. It's been passed down from mother to daughter in the Good Soup family for generations. It was to be my wedding ring until that evil pirate stole the diamond and left me. Left me here to die of a broken heart.
Where's the diamond for your ring?
It's gone. He took it.
Who took it?
My love. My honey cakes. My widow schnoobums. My LeChuck.
LeChuck is your schnoobums?
He pried the diamond from its satin during the rehearsal dinner. Oh, what a fool I was. He told me he was taking it out to get some fresh air.
Since you're, not using it, can I have your engagement band?
This ring will remain on my finger until I have a wedding band to replace it.
Where did LeChuck take the diamond?
Cad! The fiend! He sold it to the smugglers of Skull Island. It's just so humiliating. I could just die.
How do I get out of this crypt?
There's no way out of this crypt for either of us. I must haunt this lonely tomb until I've married a man I truly love. And you can't leave because the door's locked.
This is just a shade too creepy for me. I'm leaving. No. Morbid. Tastefully done. Good soup is food. Good soup is food.
This is going to be so cool. Die!
Oh, I'm not going to do that again. I think I broke my skull. I'm all skull.
It's your own fault. Stop scaring me like that.
So I did scare you? Really?
Well, startled is more like it.
Oh.
But startled in a terrified kind of way. You really are very, very scary.
Don't talk down to me.
I really don't have any choice.
I saw you get out of that crypt. Does this mean that you're dead?
No, I was only faking.
Darn. I thought together we'd walk among the living and spawn a new wave of terror throughout the Caribbean.
So what you're saying is that you only love me for my legs?
Something like that. Hey!
I don't want to get caught up in a conversation with Murray right now. Hey, mister! Help!
What? Who's there? Who said that? Who's scaring poor old Mort, the gravedigger?
There's been a horrifying mistake. I've been buried alive in the Good Soup family crypt.
All right. This joke has gone far enough. You kids should be ashamed of yourselves.
It's no joke. I'm really trapped in here.
Crazy kids with your long hair and your Baroque music. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
This isn't a trick. I'm really trapped in this crypt. I drank a special potion that put me into a coma. Thinking I was dead, they buried me in this crypt.
Yeah, right. They did that in the book. Never trade lunches with a corpse. If you kids ever came up with an original idea, I might believe you.
Just come and look at me through this crack.
Oh, sure. I turn my back to the door and you thieving little hoodlums will sneak up from behind and tie me up. I read all about your sinister ways in my horror novels, so nothing doing.
Curses, you've seen through my web of deceit. I'm no ordinary man trapped in a crypt.
Well, what are you then?
My faster-than-light ship is trapped in a subspace anomaly.
You have no ship. Any true warp traveler would know that reversing the polarity of the ion flux field would result in a tachyon expansion wave, creating a trail of neutrinos that could be followed out of the anomaly.
What I meant to say was, I seek the goldenrods of Cathan to bring peace to the Shire.
Do you bear the mark of Tixblick, the chosen one foretold by the scrolls of the Third Shadow?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask. What I meant to say was, I'm an angry and deranged ghost haunting this crypt.
Then let me see you appear before me.
Excuse me?
If you were a real spirit, you could materialize in a ghostly form. It's all in the books. Well, let's see it.
Isn't the ominous sound of my disembodied voice proof enough? I guess not. Fear me. I'm an evil ghost.
Then go ahead. Show your ghastly visage.
I can't. I'm shy.
You're no ghost.
I'm going to haunt you until you set me free.
Then go ahead. Show your ghastly visage.
Not right now.
You're no ghost.
You must love horror stories to own all these collectibles.
Reading fantastic stories about the dead helps me keep my mind off my work.
Why are you wasting your money on all this bad fiction?
At least my bad fiction doesn't require over $1,000 in hardware.
I see your point. Let me out of this crypt!
I'm not falling for your tricks this time. Just leave me alone and let me read my horror novels.
I'm gonna go sulk in the darkness now.
Have a good time.
Nah. I can't reach. I can't reach. I can't reach. I can't reach. Murray, say something scary.
Boo! I am a fearsome skull!
I don't think it's working, Guybrush.
I can't use the crowbar with that. I can't use the umbrella with that. I can't use the crowbar. I can't use the umbrella with that. It looks like he's writing a horror novel. It's called The Grog That Drank People, part 1 of a 3-book cycle. And what trashy media always comes in 3s? Spooky. It's either a dead parrot or a very strange bat. I can't reach. Looks like a Halloween mask. Cloying, yet grisly at the same time. It's me again. The guy who isn't trapped in the Good Soup family crypt.
What do you want?
Just come and look.
No way, Buster.
I'm gonna go in the darkness now. Well, that can reach the lantern, but it won't grab hold. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Well, that can reach the lantern, but it won't grab hold. I've got it.
Hey, what happened to the light?
Murray, do your stuff.
Okay.
Mortal fool! Release me from this wretched tomb! I must be set free, or I will haunt you forever! I will hide your keys beneath the cushions of your upholstered furniture! And never more will you be able to find socks that match!
All right, hang on. I'm coming.
Great work, Murray.
I was terrifying, wasn't I? My demonic powers have made me omnipotent!
Uh-oh. Looks like the lantern ran out of oil.
There. It's open. Now shuffle off and give me peace.
Hey, Guybrush. There sure are a lot of skeletons in here.
Uh-oh.
Quick, pull the head off one and stick me on top of the spine.
I don't think I want you walking around freely, Murray.
Oh, please.
I'm getting out of here. Well, Murray, are you ready to continue our heady adventuring? Murray? Where'd he go?
Welcome back to Mute of Stan.
I already have a nice skeleton arm, thank you. I'm cashing in this insurance policy.
But this is a life insurance policy. You collect when the policyholder dies.
I'm dead. I really am.
Do you have any proof that you're dead?
As a matter of fact, smart guy, no.
Then it appears that you're just wasting my time.
Hi guys, I've risen from the deepest recesses of the underworld. Your curiosity is overwhelming. Nah. Tell me that whole ring story again?
My dead great-aunt's fiancé stole the diamond and sold it to smugglers on Skull Island. She wore the engagement band until the day she died, and she remains buried in the Good Soup family crypt.
I'm up. Gross. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you come in. I was just with... Charles? Charles de Goulash, is it really you?
Minnie! It's been so long.
Oh, Charles, it has. It has. You look so different.
Really? Why, you look exactly the same.
Oh, Charles, how you flatter me. Oh, but you must go now.
But why? Now that I've found you again after all these years.
What would our families say if they knew we were alone together on such a romantic night?
Minnie, this may sound rash, but I love you, Minnie Good Soup.
Oh, Charles, you mustn't.
Oh, I can't help it. I've always loved you. Do you hear? I've always loved you, Minnie, and I always will. Come away with me now.
Elope? Oh, but Charles, it just isn't done. Think of the scandal it would cause.
To heck with the scandal, Minnie.
Oh.
Marry me.
Oh, yes, Charles. Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Then kiss me, my love.
Morbid.
No.
Have you found her, you cadaverous canine?
Yeah, nope. Nope, she's not on Plunder Island, Captain LeChuck.
Then scour the seas, you ossified rats! Hunt them down, then bring them to me. Find me Guybrush Threepwood. It's with him that you'll find him. Burn down every island in the Caribbean if you have to. But bring me my bride! And more slaw! Curse those villains! They never give you enough slaw with these value meals.
This hereby certifies that Wonton Good Soup met his demise, at least once, on Blood Island.
Welcome back to Mutual of Stan.
I'm cashing in this insurance policy.
But this is a life insurance policy. You collect when the policyholder dies.
I'm dead. I really am.
Proof that you're dead?
As a matter of fact, smart guy, I've got your proof right here. A death certificate.
Well, this must be some kind of mistake.
It's right there in high-res black and white. I died. Give me a lot of money.
It looks like I'm left with no choice but to acquiesce.
No, just give me my money.
That's what I mean.
Oh, thanks. This is a lot of money. Cool, a magnetic pin. The mind boggles at the possibilities. I don't want to pin that. The pin just sits at the bottom of the cup. I need to make it float. It's full of seawater. The pin just sinks. I need to make it float. I'm not ready to make a commitment to that. I can't use the chisel with that. I don't want to pin that. The bottle has a cork in it. 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 The bottle in it. The bottle has a cork in it. The bottle has a cork in it. The bottle has a cork in it. He's busy repairing the ship now. The bottle has a cork in it. The bottle has a cork in it. Yeah, I don't think he'd like that. The pin in the cork is already magnetized. Hey, neat, it points north. Science is fun when you know the secret. Here, take this compass.
This is a compass? Will it work?
Of course. See how it points north?
Wow, that's incredible.
That was nothing. I'd like a ride out to Skull Island, please.
All right, let's go. Even the bravest of men must dread the horror of this place. Steel your courage, boy, now, before you gaze upon the terrible, horrible face of Skull Island.
Duck!
What are you talking about? Don't you see the skull?
This island doesn't look like a skull at all. It looks like a great, big, enormous duck. It should be called Duck Island.
Well, you see, you gotta squint and sort of turn your head and... Ooh, it's just so scary.
If you squint and turn your head, it looks like a bunny.
Well, anyway, see that light up there on the cliff face? That's Smuggler's Cave. It's run by King Andre, the greatest smuggler in the world. And his nefarious assistant, Cruff.
But how do I get up there?
You'll have to go to the top of the cliff.
Won't you be coming with me?
No, you must go alone. There will be someone there who will help you. But I warn you, beware of King Andre. He is as ruthless as he is bald. Good luck.
Thanks. Hello. Can you tell me how to find the evil smugglers of Skull Island?
Beats me. Oh, wait a second. I think I remember something about that at the orientation seminar. Let me think. The cave is halfway down this sheer cliff face. Climb on board this dumbwaiter. I'll lower you down.
It looks pretty rickety. Are you sure it's safe?
No. Never used it before, but I'm sure it can't be that dangerous. I'm a temp here. The usual elevator operator, Braunbeard, he's sick, so I'm filling in.
Well, I guess that'll be okay. What's your name?
It's Lafoot.
Would you lower me down to the smuggler's cave?
Sure, I can do that. You must weigh no more than, say, 20 pounds, right?
Actually, more like 120.
Oh. Well, it can't hurt to try, right?
No, you're sure about this?
Oh, yeah. You don't look that heavy at all. Is that not tied securely? Here we go.
Okay, give me a little bit more slack.
Whoops!
Okay, that's too much slack. Ah! Excuse me. Never mind.
Yes?
Let's try that lowering me down the cliff thing again.
All right. I think I'm getting better at this.
Please be careful this time.
No problem. Here we go. I got it. I got it. I don't got it.
Hi there, neighbor. Got any diamonds? Wouldn't you know, but I'm fresh out.
Go away.
Darn. Let me try that again. So, where's this huge diamond you guys are supposed to have?
Have at him, Croft.
Darn, let me try that again. Good afternoon, I'm the new Skull Island Diamond Inspector. I'm going to have to see every diamond you've got. Every last one. Come on, people, chop chop. I don't have all day.
I do not like this man. Kill him.
Darn. So much money, it's almost embarrassing.
Well, hello. Let's talk, Mr.
LeChuck. Zombie pirate LeChuck.
Very well, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, how did you know my...
It is my business to know who enters and leaves Skull Island. I am King Andre, and this is my associate Gruff. Were you looking for something in particular?
Soup family diamond. LeChuck stole it, you bought it, I want it. Now. Please? Sir?
But we have so much quality merchandise here at the Pirates Club.
Our prices get lower every day.
Everything a pirate or pirate in trading could possibly want is here for the right price.
You're such an odd person.
The Good Soup Diamond is the centerpiece of my collection. The fantastic energy flowing through it is the key to all my power.
So, can I have it?
Of course you can't have it. Unless you were to give me something in return.
You expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Threepwood. I expect you to buy.
Your evil plan will never work, Andre.
But it is flawless. A carefully placed series of charges laid throughout Blood Island, all controlled by a network of satellites in geosynchronous orbit. And only one man has access to the master switch.
Boss.
I am that man, Threepwood, and...
Boss?
Yes, Mr. Gruff.
Ixnay on the evil lamb play?
Ah, of course.
You're a madman.
Am I mad? Am I? Is it madness to sit in a cave at the top of a deserted island, accumulating vast amounts of gold and jewels and stuffed animals, stockpiling across the Caribbean and passing the savings on to you? Is that madness? Or genius?
I take it back.
I'm not crazy. My prices are.
Maybe we could make a deal.
As you wish. You are a formidable opponent, Mr. Threepwood, but it looks as if our game of cat and mouse must cease. It is a perfect diamond, one of the largest I've ever seen.
I'll take it.
And so it comes with a very large price.
Enough with the hard sell. How much?
It will cost you an awful lot of money. Do you have that much?
Well, I have a lot of money.
Not enough.
My partner is right. We can't give it to you for anything less than an awful lot of money. But perhaps we can make a deal. My partner and I are very fond of cards, poker in particular. How about a little wager? If you can defeat us at poker, you win the diamond.
Sounds fair.
Yes, fair.
Could you stop laughing like that? It's very unnerving.
So, Mr. Threepwood, the question is, do you care to join us in a game of cards?
Sounds fun. Deal me in, Baldy.
You will have to pay to enter the game.
Well, how much do I need?
Not very much.
Sure, I can handle that. This is a lot of money. I better only give them part of it.
Have you ever played poker before, Mr. Threepwood?
No. Would you believe this is my very first time?
Then I'll give you a explanation. The game is the simplest variety of 5-card stud. I deal 5 cards to each of us. We show our cards to each other, and the hand wins.
Well, how do I know what makes the best hand?
If you have any questions, just ask us. You do trust us, don't you?
Of course I trust you.
Very well. Let us begin.
Good cards. Daddy needs to lift the pirate curse.
Take a moment to look at your cards.
The future is in my hands. 5 of a kind. Right there. Not even you guys can beat 5 of a kind.
You're correct, Mr. Threepwood. We cannot beat 5 of a kind. The question remains, however, whether or not you can beat a pair.
A pair?
A pair of murderous smugglers.
Huh?
Us, Mr. Threepwood. I'm talking about us.
We're gonna kill you.
Oh, I get it. Whether or not you can beat a pair. That's pretty clever. Now, gentlemen. Let's not be too hasty.
There's a delivery man out here with a package.
You idiots! You blew out the lights!
I got the diamond.
Not for long, you know.
Hit him, not me, you cretin!
Who are you calling up?
There he goes! Get him!
Got what I needed from the smugglers.
Good. Let us leave this place of evil.
There's just one thing I need to do first.
Really? What's that?
Who's there? Oh, it's just you. Wait, what are you doing? Help! Help! Ah!
Good luck on the rest of your adventures, Guybrush.
What? You can't mean...
I'm afraid so. This work is too dangerous for me. I'm going to find a more stable, secure line of work. I hear there's still an opening for a chef on Scab Island.
Well, you'll be sorely missed.
I know. But my destiny lies out there, somewhere. Beyond the rolling waves.
Farewell, good friend Welshman.
Oh, wait. Where'd you say Scab Island was again?
East by northeast. You can't miss it.
Thanks a bunch.
Ah, whoops. I forgot to tell him that a magnetized pin will only have compass-like properties for a short time.
Another group of recruits for my army of the undead. Now, how goes the search for my bride-to-be? Where's Dingy Dog?
I found him! I found him! Oh, golly, oh, gosh. Yeah, that's right. They're on Blood Island, sir.
Hit them.
It's a massive diamond engagement ring. Elaine, are you alright?
Guybrush? Where are we?
You're okay. We're on Blood Island. LeChuck's ring had a terrible curse on it. I put everything right. You're safe and everything's gonna be fine. Just fine.
That be well spoken, pet. But save your breath, lass. You'll be needing it for when you scream, I do.
Where are we?
Don't you be remembering this place, Threepwood? 'Twas not long ago that I trapped ye here to suffer tortures most foul.
Wait, I can remember. I've seen this place before. In some terrible nightmare.
'Twas no mere Guybrush. Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Oh no, it can't be. But it is. This is the Carnival of the Damned.
Aye, the Carnival of the Damned.
You fiend, why have you brought us here?
There'll be two reasons, privateer. I be intending to torture and kill ye. And I'll be giving Elaine a treasure.
You're wasting your time, LeChuck. Elaine's love can't be bought.
Ah, but this be a very special treasure. This be the fabled treasure of Big Whoop.
Big Whoop?
Aye, the very pirate treasure you were searching for before I caught up with ye.
What's so special about the treasure of Big Whoop? Isn't it just like any other pirate treasure?
I see. Ye do not yet know the dreadful power that be Big Whoop.
I guess not.
Quake in fear, Threepwood, when I tell thee that Big Whoop be a damned portal to a demon netherworld.
Okay.
The treasures of Big Whoop be the very gates of hell themselves.
Yikes. But how will Big Whoop make Elaine love you?
Shall pass through the horror I once did, down to the inky blackness and infernal. For you see, Big Whoop gives those who pass through it the greatest gift of all, immortality.
But at what cost?
Cost? Granted, people may find me a bit unapproachable now, and the smell does take a while to get used to. But it be worth everything now that I have the power to make Elaine love me.
But if you kill Elaine, won't she hate you even more?
Aye, at first. But soon she'll be understanding what a grand gift eternal life be. And besides, the dating pool be surprisingly even dead. You'll just have to give me another chance.
This whole amusement park, why?
The Big Whoop Carnival was my most brilliant idea. Once I had the power of Big Whoop at my command, I could make Elaine mine at last.
I see. But again, why an amusement park?
I'll be getting to that. I knew Elaine would need a little coaxing, and that I'd be needing an army. A horrible army of the undead.
Okay, but why an amusement park?
Are you going to let me finish? I'm not talking just to hear myself talk, you know.
You're right. I've been rude. Please, go on.
Everyone knows that the life of a seaman is a long, hard, lonely one. Sailors spend months longing for just a few days' leave. And you know what they're looking for as soon as they get into port.
Why,
A family-oriented fun park.
Oh, that. Of course.
They come to take a ride on the giant roller coaster, the Great Monkey Mountain. They reach the top of the highest peak, and then hands in the air, screaming like monkeys. They plunge down the slope into a great stream of lava.
That doesn't sound the least bit fun.
Aye, it's not. In fact, it's downright unpleasant. But when they reach the other side, they're fitting warriors for my skeletal army of the damned.
Elaine will never marry you. She loves me.
She does not. She loves me.
Nuh-uh, she loves me.
Does not.
How did you find Big Whoop?
That be a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Does the torture start after we're done talking here?
Aye.
Go on then.
Back when I were alive, Elaine despised me.
No.
No, it's true. I can see that now. She didn't like me at all. But I were determined to prove me worth to her, you see. So, I set sail to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
And that.
Well, I did it first, you nefarious nudibranch. A few days after setting sail, my ship was caught in a terrible typhoon and was torn apart. I would have drowned, but some friendly sharks found me and set me ashore on Blood Island. There I was, marooned, with no hope of winning Elaine's heart. I thought my luck had run out. But one day, a ship made port at Blood Island. 'Twas the ship of one Captain Marley, Elaine's own grandfather. I struck up a conversation with Rum Rogers Sr., first mate on the ship. And for the price of a few drinks, I learned that they had the map to the legendary treasure of Big Whoop. Although I had no ship and no money.
Hold on. Can I sit down? Both my legs are going to sleep.
Although I had no ship and no money, I planned to beat Marley's crew to the treasure and take it for myself. I didn't have the money to buy a new ship, but I still had my greatest asset.
The ability to kill bugs just by breathing?
But I still had my greatest asset. That indefinable Chuck charm. One of the rich young debutantes on Blood Island was helpless against it. After a week with me, she would have followed me to the grave. Unfortunately for her, she didn't get the chance. I pried the diamond from her family's engagement ring and sold it to some cutthroat smugglers for the cost of a new ship.
You ruffian.
I've been called worse. With me new ship, I easily overtook Marley's crew and sent them to Big Whoop, which just so happened to be here on Monkey Island.
What happened to Captain Marley and his crew?
Their ship arrived at Monkey Island a half hour after mine. but they were too late to stop me from claiming me prize. And they watched me pass through the portal of Big Whoop. Craven cowards if they were, the power of what they saw overwhelmed them. They fled the island in terror. Marley tore his treasure map into 4 pieces and gathered his crew around him. There was Rum Roger Sr., the first mate, Rapscallion, the cook, and young Lindy, the cabin boy. Marley gave each a piece of the map, keeping one for himself. They promised to guard those map pieces with their lives. I saw to it that they kept their promise. They were the only people alive to know about Big Whoop.
Enough backstory. Let's move on. What is the secret of Monkey Island?
The secret of Monkey Island. I could tell you, but I'd rather make you guess.
That Rosebud is a sled?
That's not it. Everyone knows that. No, it goes much deeper than that. It's an ancient secret, closely guarded by the natives and pirates who happen to...
You don't even know the secret of Monkey Island, do you?
No, not really.
All right, then. I'm still confused about the carnival.
Then ask me. As designer and founder, I can answer all your questions.
How did you build an amusement park on a deserted island?
The process begins with a winning design team. I scoured the Caribbean, looking for the best and brightest artists, engineers, and creative people. After a lengthy period of intensive recruitment, intimidation, and murder, I had my team at work, slashing and burning acres of old-growth timberland on Monkey and Dinky Islands.
That must have been back-breaking work.
Aye, that it was. Fortunately, hundreds of men were lost to malaria, wild animals, or construction accidents.
I thought the treasure of Big Whoop was on Dinky Island.
Dinky Island be an atoll just off the coast of Monkey Island. But they'd be connected by a maze of mysterious tunnels that run under the very ocean floor. So although you dug for treasure on Dinky, when you found me carnival, you were on Monkey Island.
Very tidy explanation.
Aye.
How do you power all the rides?
That be a good question. As you may already know, the power of Big Whoop be derived from its position as an infernal nexus, binding our world with the unholy manifestation of evil itself.
Well, of course.
But like all fuel sources, it can't be lasting forever. That's why it be our job to conserve its demonic power wherever possible and look to alternative power sources.
Hydroelectric.
No, we tap our greatest natural resource, monkeys.
My word.
Hordes of ruthlessly trained monkeys are hidden away deep within the bowels of the park, bound to immense machines of destruction and family entertainment.
That's so inhumane.
Oh, I'm glad you noticed. It be the little touches that make the difference.
Mark my words, LeChuck. When I finally defeat you, I'll be sure to set them all free.
Yeah.
What kind of attractions do you have?
Here at Big Whoop, we pride ourselves on the variety and authenticity of our attractions. We be using a magical blend of art, technology, and indentured servitude that we like to call Dynamo Monk Electrics. Frighteningly realistic skins and other body parts are attached to a framework of gears, servos, and pulleys, all constructed from a remarkably lightweight composite material.
Fascinating. What's in the future for Big Whoop theme parks?
The future is ripe with a world of possibilities. I see an entire network of theme parks throughout the world. Each will be unique and incorporate the cultures and customs of its specific area. But all will hold true to the same vision of the original park. A random, wholesale slaughter of the thousands of patrons who walk through our gates.
I've heard quite enough about your disgusting theme park. I have another question.
What?
What happened to Rum Roger?
He was taking a bath in his cabin near Fat Island, drinking rum and eating when the hissed.
What fate befell?
I ambushed him while he was racing in the America's Cup. I boarded his ship and decided to let him determine his own fate. He could grant me his blessing to have his granddaughter's hand in marriage, or he could suffer a death more horrible than any of his crewmates.
Well, what did he say?
Actually, he said quite a few things. Oh, the pain. Stop it, you're killing me. Some other things, I forget them all. I left him for dead and sent his ship into a whirlpool not even the most accomplished captain could escape.
What became of young Lindy, the cabin?
Fearing for his life, he came to me and begged for mercy. In return for not revealing the location of Big Whoop, I let him live. As a sign of me gratitude, I gave him a fortune, which he used to build a successful advertising firm. Once he had grown accustomed to his wealthy lifestyle, I returned to collect me debt. I delivered to him an account so demonically ill-conceived that it was doomed to fail. Gangrene. He was... What?
What? That?
Guybrush? Guybrush?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was mild.
I knew about Rap's absent-minded tendency, so I arranged for a fully lit You can hear the explosion as far as...
That's horrible.
Steamin' weenie.
You're unbelievable.
Ooh.
Anyway. Does too.
Curse you and your diabolical debate.
Please.
Why shouldn't I?
If you kill me, you'll crush the hopes of children all over the world. I'm a hero to millions.
It doesn't matter. All that matters is that Elaine and I are together. And you are out of the picture for good.
Pretty please.
Why?
If you... You'll be...
I'm one of the walking dead, formed not of flesh and blood, but of fire and brimstone. How could I be in any more trouble?
Yeah, well... Pretty please. If... There'll be no more Monkey Island sequels. No sequels means no work for you. You'll become just another has-been that nobody's heard of.
Oh, that could never happen to me. I'm LeChuck.
Do you know the name Bobbin Threadbare?
No.
Exactly. Pretty please, don't... If you kill me, you'll ruin our reputation for making family-oriented games. We'll be scorned by parent watchdog groups everywhere.
What'll you threaten me with? Some ludicrous Senate subcommittee investigating violence in the media? Well, I'm shaking in me boots now. But there'll be so many more horrible things
I'm not listening to you anymore. See, I'm ignoring you. La 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 la.
Very well. If you're going to act like a child, I think you deserve a...
Yikes! Haha! It's not locked! Your plan was flawless, LeChuck, except for one minor detail. will be your downfall. He's taking Elaine on his roller coaster of death! I've got to reach her before she becomes his undead bride. What's happened to me? Head foggy. Can't think. Mind swimming. Must concentrate and rescue Elaine. I've got to save Elaine. But how can I save Elaine when I'm just a little boy? Oh, if only I could think straight. Must clear my mind.
Welcome to the Big Whoop Carnival, little guy. Come on over here and meet your old pal Dingy Dog.
Oh, for crying out loud. Are you the real Dingy Dog?
You bet I am, and I'm here to make sure you have fun. What's your name, little boy?
Okay, for starters, I'm not a little boy. I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Well, shiver me timbers, that's swell.
Don't you patronize me.
Well, sounds like you've learned a very big word. You're a very bright little man. That's swell.
Laugh while you can. Soon I'll destroy LeChuck and your entire world will lie in ruin.
You bet. Run along and play now, son.
How can I win one of these fabulous prizes?
Well, that's easy, matey. If I can't guess your weight or your age, you get to pick what you want.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. It's just that easy.
I'll bet you can't guess how old I am.
Betcha I can. A little fearsome buccaneer like yourself must be 7 years old.
Ha! Wrong. I just so happen to be 20.
Well, do you have any proof for your old pal Dingy Dog?
You calling me a liar?
You bet I am.
I have my proof right here.
Scum Actors Guild membership card. Guybrush Threepwood, age 20? I suppose you're right. Pick your prize.
I really want that talking skull.
With my unfettered demonic might, we will rule the world!
You're right, Murray. If I had all that power, the temptation for evil would be too great. I'll take the anchor.
Well, take it away, son. Congratulations. Enjoy your stay here at Big Whoop.
Look into your heart. I'm the prize you really want. What? You picked the anchor?
Well, it's a really nice anchor, Murray. Sorry.
I can't believe you picked that stupid anchor instead of me. What good is it?
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Oh, no, you don't, little boy. Just the sight of my manager has caused children older than you to burst into tears.
I need to get on the roller coaster.
I'll bet you do. It's fun. But that ride's only for bigger kids.
I don't care if it's not safe. I have to ride it now.
Oh, no, son. It's not that it's not safe for little kids to ride. It's just that you've got to be much older to really appreciate the sheer mind-numbing terror of the coaster. But wait a few years and you'll have matured enough to ride. You'll also be able to buy candy and eat it whenever and wherever you want. Just like us grown-ups can.
Keep up the good work.
What good is a dumb hunk of iron anyway?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I just want one of those pies.
Yeah? Well, I just want out of this stinking rat head. Life's tough, kid. Cope.
It's not even a real anchor.
You.
Yeah, kid, what is it?
Yikes, what is that horrible smell?
It's a giant rat suit, you little brat! What did you expect, roses?
Am I the only one nauseated by that terrible stench?
Okay, the suit smells. We've heard it! Everybody just come over and pick on the giant rat man.
What's Dingy Dog really like in person?
What are you asking me for? I'm just a giant rat. I'm not allowed to associate with His Highness, the great and mighty Dingy Dog.
Could you, introduce me to Dingy Dog?
No, I can't. Now go away.
Dingy Dog's really cool, huh?
Oh yeah, he's a regular saint. So much more gifted a performer than any common old giant rat. Give a guy a big dog suit and he turns into a freaking prima donna.
I bet Dingy Dog gets paid a lot of money, right?
Yeah? And so what if he does? It doesn't take any talent to make a big puppy dog appealing. Now, getting children to hang around a giant rat, that's odd.
I bet his suit doesn't stink either.
You know, you're really starting to bug me, kid.
I bet Dingy Dog could beat you up.
Could not.
I bet he could.
I'll tell you what, kid. Why don't you go take a swipe at him, and then come back here and tell me what happened, huh?
What are you guys doing here?
It's Blow the Man Down, the most fun on the Midway. Hit the funny clown and win a fantastic prize. Watch the pies fly from the cannon with blinding speed and loud report. And if your aim is true, go home with your winnings. Join in the laughs with your happy sailor host Wharfrat and his pal Monty Meringue.
What flavor?
What?
What flavor are the pies today?
I don't know. Lemon meringue, I think. What kind of a stupid question is that?
What in the world is meringue?
I don't know, kid. Whipped egg whites, I guess.
I want to shoot the cannon. I want to shoot the cannon.
Sorry, little boy, you're too young. Blow the Man Down is for older kids.
That's discrimination. How do I know it really works if I can't see it go off?
Okay, kid, you want to see the cannon fire? Here we go.
How does this whole booth work again?
It's not that complex a concept, kid. Fire pies from the cannon at the guy in a clown suit. You hit him and win a prize. It's great fun.
Never mind.
It's not even a real anchor.
Keep up the good work.
I'm a real talking skull. After all we've been through together.
What kind of snow cones do you have?
What kind of cones did you ask? Why, I have every kind imaginable. I have the most distinct type of snow cones in the world. In fact, my cones are so original, so inventive, and so unique that most are completely inedible. Let me list some for you. I have sweet cones, meat cones, cold cones, mold cones, bold cones with lime, cones with slime, veggie cones, wedgie cones, edgy cones. I used some of my neighbor's edge in that one. Cones with spice, cones with lice, berry cones, hairy cones, dairy cones, and the Christmas, merry cones. So, what do you think of that?
I'd like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid. Bye now.
Fine. Take the stupid anchor.
Tastes like ice.
You would have made a lousy undead monster anyway.
Nope. That ride's just for bigger kids.
I'm going to wait for an owner who understands my need to bring fear and pestilence.
Now that's not very nice, little boy.
Get out of here!
Come on now, stop hitting your pal Dingy Dog. I'm not gonna warn you again, kid. You better cut that out.
If you value your life, mere mortal.
Yeah, you're really starting to bug me, kid. All right, That does it. You're going down, little punk.
Ow! He bit me.
Hey, give me back that hair, kid. You're ruining the suit.
Get your mouth away from that cannon, kid!
I don't think he'd like that. Like oil and water. Maybe later. That doesn't need to be lathered up. That doesn't need to be lathered up. I don't think he'd like... That doesn't need to be lathered up. Fire the cannon again.
I already showed it to you.
Do it again. Do it again.
All right, kid. Just one more time.
Never mind.
Beat it.
That doesn't need to be lathered. That doesn't need to be lathered up. That doesn't need to be lathered up. I can't paste that. That doesn't need to be lathered up. That doesn't need to be lathered up. Like oil and water. I don't want to weigh that down.
Get lost, kid. Hands off.
Murray?
I'm not speaking to you. How could you pick that anchor over your best friend?
That's not a toy, little boy.
I want to try for another prize.
All righty. I would guess that you are 20 years old.
Wait a second. That's not fair.
Yeah, neither is life, son. You learned a valuable lesson today, and that's the best prize of all.
I really want to talk to somebody in charge.
No can do, son.
Let me on the roller coaster.
Nope. That ride's only for bigger kids.
Keep up the good work. It looks an awful lot like genuine dog hair. You must be as tall as my hand to ride the roller coaster.
I'll take the snow cone for you.
Thanks. I'd like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid. Bye now.
Peppery goodness. Ooh, hairy. Ew. The pepper helps, though.
I'll take that old snow cone for you.
Thanks. I'd like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid. Bye now.
peppery goodness. Ugh, hairy. Oops, my snow cone melted. I can't go back there. I'm deathly afraid of mimes. It's the cannon they use to launch pies at the clown. Cute. A grotesquely enormous, smelly rat.
That's not for free. You gotta win it.
Foamy. Keep up the good work. It says rides. No. How does this whole booth work again?
It's not that complex a concept, kid. Fire pies from the cannon at the guy in a clown suit. You hit him and win a prize. It's great fun.
Never mind.
Hey! You're too little to use that cannon, kid. And wait for one of the older boys to come along, huh?
But I really want to fire it.
It's too dangerous for a little boy to use.
I'm not a little boy. I'm 20 years old.
Right, and I'm Dingy Dog.
You wish.
Half-pint little punk. Get lost before I have to do something you're gonna regret. Keep away from that cannon, you little brat.
I really want to talk to somebody in charge.
No can do, son.
Keep up the good work.
Stay away from those! Beat it! Hands off!
Like oil and water. Well, that doesn't need more seasoning. Magic wand.
What are you doing over there?
I found this pie tin.
Oh, happy day! We're saved!
I was just offering.
We don't need it, kid. Get lost!
I've got a pie pan full of shaving cream. Now it's a heavy pie pan full of shaving cream.
What are you doing over there?
I found this pie, mister.
Huh? Oh, yeah, thanks, kid.
Shoot it, shoot it!
Not right now.
Oh, but I want to see the cannon fire.
Beat cheeks, half-pint.
Look, man, I pay your salary. You want me to tell the check you've got unhappy kids running around here?
Okay, you little... Did you just hear something?
No.
Weird.
Maybe it's the acoustics of that smelly giant head.
Shut up, kid.
Yoo-hoo, stinky Mr. Rat.
Hey, get out of there, you little punk.
What are you gonna do about it, vermin boy?
This'll teach you.
I'll take that old snow cone for you.
Thanks. I'd like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid. Bye now.
That meringue looks tasty. Mmm, pepper. Ugh, hairy. Ugh. The pepper helps, though.
Brain freeze.
Too late for me to get out. No. Well, I can't reach it up there. This one doesn't talk. Thank you, technology. Nah. It's Rapscallion, the forgetful weenie hut restaurateur. Nah. Nah.
Elaine! Ah! Frankwood, 'tis only you. Have you seen Elaine? She told me she was just going to powder her nose, and I haven't seen her since. I can't believe that I fell for that one again. Now stand still, boy, so I can flame broil you.
Oh. Ouch! Ow! Too late for me to get out. Too late for me to get out. No. Nah. No. No. It's a double monk electric Wally. Gad, he looks so lifelike. Hey, wait a minute. He really is Wally. You can count on me, Wally. Just as soon as I defeat LeChuck, save Elaine, set all the monkeys free, and ride the madly rotating Buccaneer, I'll come back and release you. No. No.
If you've ridden me, Coaster, why haven't you been boiled in me molten pool of lava? Elaine must have fiddled with me controls and rerouted the tracks. Aye, she'll be the death of me yet. I mean, again. But curses if I can't help but love the little woman. Eat flaming death, Frankwood.
Ouch! Ow! It's one of those inflammable dynamo muck electric ropes, and it'd make a lousy fuse. There! It's soaked in oil and probably highly cool. Chuck!
I, Threepwood. It be me, your worst nightmare. You'll be sorry you ever set foot here on Monkey Island when I'm through with you.
Run, mortal, but do not forget your arch-nemesis Murray. Mark my words, I shall return to haunt you. Do you hear me? I shall return.
This is so unfair.
Carnival is great, Dad.
It sure is, son. But you know, rumor has it that the man who built this place is buried here. And they say that to this day, his frozen body remains in the tunnels somewhere beneath the amusement park.